Hey guys, it's Kyle. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to share a story time with you. People seem to like these on YouTube, and I think I have a conversation that I think is worth having. Um, so a lot of people in my life, not necessarily on YouTube because you guys haven't gotten to see that side of me yet. A lot of people always question me as to why I have such a quick, short, let's just have a conversation and get it over with attitude, not so much as I don't like dragging things out. I don't like taking up time. I don't like doing really anything that takes a process. Just like yes or no answers, 10-second solutions, like whatever you want to call it. Um, and that's one thing that I'm gonna bring up, and it's gonna get into the bigger picture of this entire conversation. Um, I have found in my life, and what I want to express is one of the reasons I started this YouTube channel is in hopes that I could be there for you guys, offer advice, offer guidance, and not that I need to hold your hand, because at the end of the day, in order to be a powerful person, you need to make your own decisions. But one of the things that I've always felt was lacking in my life was someone who was there without a doubt for every aspect of everything I needed. And you don't, the truth is, you don't need that in your life. Um, and more importantly, it's very rare you'll find it. It's very rare you'll find real friends. It's very rare that you'll find real relationships. And don't get me wrong, I'm not bashing it. If you find them, cherish them. They're amazing. But the reality is, the true, like a true perfect relationship, I mean, and there's no such thing as perfect, but a true ideal relationship, be it friendly, romantic, family, almost doesn't exist. And what I've learned in my life is that you truly, in order to be a better person, in order to be successful, need to become extremely independent. And not just independent on being able to make decisions, being able to live on your own, but independent on being able to care for yourself, independent on knowing that if shit hits the fan, it's you against the world, and the likelihood of you having someone who has your back through absolutely everything is a very rare and unique occurrence. I have, unfortunately, and this is not a pity party. I don't want to turn this video into a wah-wah cry session. I have had people who are extremely close to me, and they've either passed away or they've betrayed my trust somehow, be it relationships, and they're cheating, or be it, just friends who just don't have your best interests in mind. And so if there's one tidbit of reality, because my goal here is to 100%, whether it's the truth that needs to be told or not, whether it's the truth that wants to be heard or not, if it's the truth that needs to be told, I want to share it with you. My biggest life advice I could ever give to anyone is to just learn how to be independent, strong for yourself, and understand that the importance of learning how to, I guess, be alone. I don't want to say it like that. But that's the best way I can think of. Um, I've gone through some dark times in my life. As everyone. And one thing I've learned through those really dark times is the majority of the people in your life who are there cheering you on aren't going to be there when shit hits the fan. I made this mistake, and I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. Anytime business has been going great, anytime life has been great, I would spend the money on friends, hang out, have fun, and I felt like the coolest kid alive because, you have a posse of friends who all love you. And the reality is, and I hope people can learn from this, is they don't love you. They love what you're providing. A real friend doesn't necessarily care if you can afford to buy them a drink. A real friend doesn't care if you guys are out partying at the nicest bar in town, or or a real relationship doesn't care if it's at the nicest restaurant in town. If they care about that, and that's what you're finding is what drives them to be near you, they're not real friends. and I would advise cutting them out of your life. It's a lot easier being alone than to have fake people. And that's a lesson I'm teaching to you guys because it's something that I've realized I needed to learn. And it's still something I struggle with. I myself, and I'm hoping if you're subscribed to this channel, you're just as of a hard worker as I am. Myself, I have always busted my butt, wanted to make the best, wanted to impress people, wanted to feel like I needed to prove myself. And what it did was it cost me relationships, and not even because of my fault. I learned that they wanted the end result of the success, not the process. And so, when you put yourself out there as someone who's successful, confident, you're going to be surrounded by fake people and haters. It's the unfortunate reality. And it's your job as a good person, or a good person for yourself, to weed them out. And it's just something you need to do. I can't say that enough. Excuse me. I've always found that, the majority of the people within the last couple of years of my life have hung out with me solely because of people I was around, or solely because of the success I was having. And it really burns you out, because when you find that out, it's a harsh reality. It really beats up your confidence. And I maybe one of the first videos I posted, since I've been regularly posting on YouTube, was talking about depression and suicide. And if you're someone like me, this really resonates and plays into that anxiety, plays into that depression of, building your insecurities, building that bridge in your head of, you can't do this, why are you doing this? No one cares, why should you? And I'll be honest with you, and I'm hoping I'm speaking from the heart and you guys can relate. Well, I hope you don't relate to this, but if you do, I want you to know that you're not alone. That's really, as at times, torn me apart to the point where I have considered options like suicide. And it's just not a place you ever want to put yourself. And your brain is just, it's your best friend but your worst enemy. So easily can one small thing like this, that when you look at a failed relationship, a failed friendship, so many times, that can cause people to spiral out of control, get in their own head, beat themselves up, and get them to the point of depression, of suicidal thoughts. And the reality is you need to learn that if that person didn't have your best interest in mind, that person didn't care about you as much as you cared about them, then honestly, fuck them. Like, I just can't put it any more blatant. Your life, the more success you have, the more you're going to be surrounded by haters, the more you're going to be surrounded by fake friends, and you just have to learn how to put the middle finger up. You just have to learn how to keep them away from you. And you don't want to ever be a selfish person, but at the same time, you want to be selfish. Before you even consider, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, it's something I've needed to work on, and I hope it's something you guys are willing to work on. Before you even consider helping anybody in your life, you need to make sure that you are at your best performance, that you are 100%, that you are financially stable, that everything is peachy cream with you, that there's not a worry in the world for you before you even think of helping someone else. Because the reality is, 98.9% of the time, the person that you're about to help would not help you if the tables were turned. They might say they would, but they wouldn't. The closer someone is to you, I don't want to say it like that. It's not the closer someone is to you, the less you should trust them. Trust is something that I think people hand out a lot. And it's something that shouldn't be handled out a lot. And I know that sounds horrible. And I know there's plenty of people who would make the argument everybody gets a chance, which is true. Everybody should get a chance. You shouldn't just treat everyone like they're going to screw you over. At the same time, you don't let anyone too close to you until they prove beyond reasonable doubt that they are there for your best interests. A real friend should be cheering you on. A real friend should be having your back. A real friend should be there when you need them, not just when it's going to benefit them. A real friend will take your call if you're depressed, if you don't feel like you matter, if you don't feel like you want to live anymore. And again, this is where I speak from personal experience. I have had in my life so very, very few people I could reach out to, stuff like that. And a little background, because I really want to get to know you guys and I want you guys to get to know me. Since I was in high school, have suffered with severe depression, anxiety. I have, on numerous occasions, been to the point where I've attempted suicide. And it's not a good thing. And I don't ever want that to be any of you guys. But I say this, and I want this education, because when I have been at that point, there were so few people, if any, that I could call that wouldn't judge it, that wouldn't make it about them, that wouldn't switch it on me. So you have to learn. You have to learn how to be your own best friend. That's the best way to put it. You have to stand strong. And honestly, if you ever get to that point, a lot of it's going to come down to you talking to yourself out of it. I can't tell you that enough. I have been to that point. I've had friends tell me that they don't want to deal with it. I've had friends look at me and be like, you're fucked up. I don't want to deal with it. Get out. I've had family make it about them, judge me for feeling that way, and make me feel worse for feeling that way. And that's why I said you got to be so careful who you reach out to about that stuff. Now, flip the coin. I hope that you guys have someone in your life that you could reach out to, that if you ever felt that way. And to be totally honest, the more this channel grows, I hope I can still reach out to any of you if you ever reach out to me. If you ever feel like you need to talk to someone about that, message me, any of my social media. And if I see something like that, I will try my best to get a hold of you. This is something I truly feel strongly about. I know what I know what it's like to look at a rope or look at a loaded gun and think how much better you would feel. But the reality is, you wouldn't feel better. Life sucks, but you can also make life not suck. It's never going to get easy. No one, or so very few people, are born with a silver spoon in their mouth. But so many people have so much potential that they could unlock, and they just have to grind, and they just have to realize that it, and I speak again from personal experience, you just have to learn that what you're doing in your life isn't for the people around you, and it isn't because of the people around you. It's for you and because of you. Don't ever let anyone take any credit for what you're capable of. Don't ever give up on your own life or dreams for anybody. And understand that it's going to be rare. And if you do find a friend, great. Hold on to them. Treat them as well as they treat you. But it's going to be rare to find true friends, true relationships. And there's a reason they say once in a lifetime opportunity. You do, these people will come around rarely. And it's important for you to know that no matter what, you have to be strong, you have to be independent. Know to be by yourself. Know how to be by yourself. Don't make it a life goal to be by yourself, but know how to be by yourself. Know how to work on yourself. Know how to focus on yourself. Stop giving up everything to help people and just focus on you. It's something I've done, and getting back to the initial conversation of, that's why people ask me, how am I so quick? How am I so soulless? It's because I have been hurt so many times that I just, in my business, in my personal life, I just don't have the time to deal with anyone's crap, quite honestly. And it's something that I would want anyone I talk to learn as well. I don't want to have a 30-minute conversation about the same thing. I don't have time for it. Your issues aren't my issues. My issues aren't your issues. I have stuff I have to work on for myself. You have stuff to work on for yourself. And if I know for a fact that if I needed you and I called you, you wouldn't answer, but you expect me to answer when you need something, then I'm not going to give you the time of day. And yeah, sure, it makes you look like an asshole, but I tell you what, you're not the asshole. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you are an asshole to that person, because at the end of the day, your life is about you. If you are happy with your place in life, if you are happy with your success, if you are happy with who's in your life, then anyone else doesn't matter. Pure simple. But again, you do matter. If you're subscribed to this channel, I hope you guys are liking what I'm putting out. I'm sorry this video isn't upbeat. I've been trying to put out happy content, but I also want to be honest with you guys. And this was something I've been thinking about today, and just really wanted to get it off my chest, share it with you guys. Just a friendly reminder, we are still doing the $100 giveaway, so, you know, enter that. It's a chance to get some free money. Anyways, I'm going to cut this video off here, guys. I hope you liked this, or I hope it helped you. Again, if you're ever struggling with anything, reach out. Comment down below. If you guys are struggling with something, let's create a comment section down below. And I want to see people commenting, and I want to see people helping each other. It doesn't, I mean, if you guys make best friends down there, cool. But I want to see people helping each other, not because we're friends and it's expected, but because it's the right thing to do. And let's show the world, let's prove me wrong. Let's do this way, because I believe in independence. But let's unite as the wolf pack down in the comments. If you have an issue you're dealing with, comment down below. I'll be interactive with the comment section. And I just want to see what you guys are thinking. You know? So anyways, smash that like button. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, stay tuned for more videos like this. Don't forget to enter the $100 giveaway. And again, guys, stay strong, stand tall, always don't be a jerk, but always put yourself first, because at the end of the day, you're the only person who truly has your own back that you know of 100% for sure. But I do want to see you guys comment down below. Let me know what's going on in your life, and let's talk about it. All right, guys, see you on the next one.